Welcome back into After the Whistle, joined now by another one of our top draft prospects, Cordell Volson out of Balfour, North Dakota. Cordell, NDSU offensive lineman. I mean, man, quite the history that you've had going from nine-man football to being a four-time national champ at NDSU. What has this whole process been like for you, getting ready for the draft and kind of realizing, hey, you know, next fall, I'm going to be spending my time somewhere with an NFL team?
Yeah, it's been really, a dream come true, honestly. You grow up as a kid wanting to, play professional football and play in the NFL. And in the last few months have put me closer to that. And, every opportunity that I've had, up till now, I've taken full advantage of. And, that has definitely helped, increase my opportunity and hopefully pay off here in a couple of weeks when draft day comes around.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I know that you're not necessarily a stranger to success. I mean, being around NDSU, all these guys who have a history of going to the next level, but having a brother as well that spent some time in the NFL, how much does it help you being around guys like that and being able to get feedback on going through this process and what it's like and how to familiarize yourself with it?
Yeah, the amount of resources that I've personally have had over the last few months has been, it's been bar none. Just the amount of NDSU players that, are playing in the NFL or have played in the NFL and having, communication with those guys. My brother, my agent was an 8-year NFL vet, played offensive line, just began being an agent. So, he's been there, done that as well. There's many nights leading up to the pro day or leading up to the East-West, whatever it may have been, that I'd be in contact with somebody from NDSU that has been there and done that. I sat on the phone with Easton Stick for about 2 hours one night leading up to the combine just to, know what to expect. And, just having those type of resources really helped me prepare for those opportunities. And, NDSU is a special place and there's a lot of really great football players that have come out of there and using those guys and picking their brains to help me continue moving my career forward has been a huge advantage for me.
Yeah, well, I know that you've visited with pretty much every NFL team and some teams multiple times. For people who don't know a ton about you, you're kind of an Iron Man. I mean, 41 consecutive starts, and you've done it at almost every position on the line. So when you go into these meetings and you talk to these teams, what do you tell them that Cordell Volson can offer for their team?
Yeah, obviously somebody that's gonna play all four positions and play them at a high level. An old coach of mine used to always tell me the best ability is availability. So if you can be healthy and you can play every spot, it's going to be hard to get rid of you. So that's definitely something that I've prided myself on is like you said, being an Iron Man, being able to, show up and practice every day and go to work every day and just learning the game. And being a smart football player where if someone does go down or something does happen, I can play all four spots wherever they need me to play. And that just comes back to the development that we have at NDSU and, the opportunities that I've had there to play all those spots and to practice all those spots. I think it's going to be very beneficial for me moving forward. And, just continue to stay healthy and continue to learn the offense. And, know the system that I'm in inside and out. So when that opportunity arises where I need to play, another position, it just makes me that much more valuable to the team.
When you talk about how many reps you've gotten and how much you've been on the field at NDSU, I know you came back for an extra year because of your COVID eligibility year. How beneficial was that? Was that a payoff for you? Do you feel like coming back for that last season?
Yeah, it was 100% a payoff for me. It was another opportunity to wear the green and gold and win a national championship, which, is something that is going to be special for me, for the rest of my life. So when you have an opportunity to do that, and spend another year with some of your best friends some of the best coaches in the country, and just continue to learn football. That's is very beneficial for me, and it just gave me a whole nother year to develop, understand the position more, and just to continue to perfect my craft and get better at technique and the fundamentals of the game, and it also helped me emerge as a leader a lot. I was always been a leader, but it really made me step outside my comfort zone and make sure that everyone was on the same page. So I think this year has brought a lot of benefits for me moving forward, not just as a football player, but in life as well.
Well, I know that right now there's a wide range of people saying where you could go, how high you could go, how low you could go, that kind of thing. But when you sit back and think about, we get through the next couple of weeks and you end up, signing with an NFL team, what do you hope to offer a team in the near future?
Yeah, I'm going to offer, to an NFL club, a guy that wants to come out and compete and improve every single day. My goal is to go in and earn a job. Whether that's a starter or the sixth man or a backup role player, but whatever it is, I'm going to show up every day and I'm going to continue to fight to improve that role that I have on the team and take advantage of every opportunity that I get, because they're so limited in this league, in this business, that when you get them, you have to run with them. So just showing up every day with the right mindset and ready to go to work is what I'm going to do. And, it's gotten me this far. I think it can continue to move me in the right direction.
Yeah, well, off the top, we obviously mentioned that you come from such a small area, and I know your size isn't necessarily something. I mean, that's something that's kind of gifted to you right off the bat. But for kids that are looking at you and seeing you as a guy from small town North Dakota who's gotten to go through this experience, well, what's your message to the kids that look up to you and are following along with your journey?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be said, but the two things that you can always control is your attitude and your effort. So if you show up every single day with the right attitude and give your best effort, the rest is going to take care of itself. You don't have to worry about the rest, because the two things that you can control, you went in and you dominated them. You did them to the best of your abilities. And if you can do that every single day, you're going to put yourself into a good position. And, one thing that I always pride myself on, and, that has really helped me get where I am, is whatever room I'm in, it can be filled with Pro Bowl players, or it can be, just your average Joe. Whatever room I'm in, I'm going to be the hardest worker in that room. So just showing up and working extremely hard, and having a dream. If you have dreams and goals and you set out to go achieve those things, then there's nothing that's going to stop you. But you have to truly believe in yourself, and you have to truly be determined to go and reach those goals.
Well, I know you got a chance to compete at the Shrine Bowl. Obviously, you got an invite to the combine, and then you turn around and do some more at your pro day. How much do you feel like you helped yourself over the course of the offseason, just in this short 4-month time span, since you last actually played a snap of football?
Yeah, I think I've helped myself, immensely. Getting to go compete at the East West, it just showed that it doesn't matter what decals on your helmet. It can be a guy that plays in the SEC, or it can be a guy that plays in the FCS. You have to show up and you still have to compete. And we're all human, and it's just playing football. At the end of the day, you're just playing football. And if you can go out and you can execute at a high level, it doesn't matter where you're from. And I think I really showed that. Kind of crossed off the concern of lesser competition coming from an FCS school. And, with that game, I think I really, crossed that concern off of a lot of teams, checklist.
Absolutely. Well, just kind of last thing, obviously building up to this process of actually seeing the draft and sitting at home and watching it with your family. First off, how are you going to spend it, and how do you spend this time leading up to it before you can kind of breathe that sigh of relief that, hey, now I can just go play football?
Yeah. So like I said, this is, my last week here in Minneapolis, training with my O-line guy here in in Eagan, Minnesota. Alex Boone, been training with him, and the trainer that trained me for the combine and the pro day for lifting and conditioning stuff. So this is my last week here, and the next week, just kind of recover, stay in good football shape. Keep the conditioning piece high, but just be ready to go when I get that call. And I'm going to spend the day with my family back home. Some my close family and some of my close friends and teammates that I played with are going to be there as well. So just being able to spend the day with those guys that have helped me get to where I'm at right now. It's been a very, very I've been very privileged when it comes to my support system, and just making sure that they know that without them I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Well, that's North Dakota native and NFL hopeful Cordell Volson. Great chatting with you, Cordell, and best of luck. We will be back with more after the whistle, after the break.